All right, so this is a suggestion via Patreon. Videos coming from Penguins Zero. Based off of the title and the amount of people that have actually asked me to check out this video, I'm super intrigued, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this immediately. Let's see what's happening here.
Earlier this week, YouTube slyly pushed out a new policy change that has had a wildly large effect on tons of channels in terms of demonetizing their content, and as well as just generally making it very difficult for some creators to continue to produce what they have been.
Ooh, guys.
They still haven't said anything about this, to my knowledge, at least not publicly or clearly.
Right.
They're remaining silent on it.
They will. They're not going to tell you, right? They're definitely not going to tell you up front. But the thing about it is it's really important, guys, to make sure that the content that you're putting online is like broadcast friendly, right? And like, you know, coming into YouTube very specifically, I kind of knew that by doing this, you kind of, for the most part, are a broadcaster, right? I mean, you need to kind of stick by some guidelines. The same thing like TV guidelines, for example. But I do think YouTube may be a little harsher than TV, because at least on TV you can say a couple of things, right? But on YouTube, absolutely not, right? So this is why my entire brand, for the most part, has been family friendly, right? Like regardless of whatever I'm reacting to, specifically here on this channel, it's almost always going to be somewhat family friendly, because I'm not going to allow heavy cursing, because I know what YouTube thinks of that, right? And sometimes people in the comments are like, if you're going to react to, example, Bill Burr, right? We're completely fine with cursing. Maybe, right? YouTube is not. Okay. And, being a content creator, you kind of have to live within those guidelines of what platform you're producing content for. And YouTube is definitely one of these places where you need to kind of, clean things up a little bit. And I think that's the only real reason for any form of limits or demonetization on videos. It has to be literally that, right? So let's continue.
Like it's the Coca-Cola secret formula here.
Yeah.
They're, for some reason, very apprehensive to tell people about this. So I've become the unofficial messenger of letting people know what's going on.
Right.
I made a video on this 4 days ago, and I don't want to just repeat myself here, but they released this policy change, and it's all in plain English, but it might as well be hieroglyphics because it leaves so much room for interpretation, and the way that it's currently being enforced seems completely random.
Okay.
But
absolutely
I'm going to go ahead
random.
and give you like the general breakdown.
It's kind of random. It's kind of random, but also it's not, right? Like, for example, this channel here has over 4,000 videos uploaded to YouTube within the span of 2 years, right? Versus like other channels that have been here a little bit longer, right? Have less videos, but they use a lot of terrible words, right? And some of these channels, for example, I speak to regularly, and I'm just like, guys, what's harming you are the words you're using in your videos, right? People ask me, oh, how have you been able to reach the numbers you've reached in the time you have reached? And I'm just like, guys, it's not really that hard, right? You just need to obviously, create things that people have interest in viewing, number one, right? And secondly, stop cursing, right? Just stop. I get it. It may be hard to not, use foul language, but guys, advertisers don't like that. They don't. And for the most part on YouTube, okay, guys, we exist as YouTubers and content creators for one purpose, really, unfortunately. And our one purpose is to sell advertisements. Okay. So meaning that YouTube really doesn't care too much about the content that we're creating. It doesn't matter, right? As long as it fits kind of within the community guidelines, that's not really in promotion of anything terrible, right? Be it cursing or any type of bopping. You understand what I'm saying here, guys? Like, you have to learn to speak in a way where you can kind of get your point across without saying exactly what you mean, right? Like leave some things up to the imagination, right? Whew. Because I think that's kind of where people are like having issues, like severe issues on YouTube, where they just are not focusing on like understanding completely why you're here, right? You're here to sell ads. You're here to keep people on to the platform so they can see more ads, right? Like it truly does not matter the content you create as long as someone clicks on it. And that may break a lot of people's hearts, right? But that's YouTube, guys. That's what all of us are doing at the end of the day. At the end of the day, that's what you're doing. So, all right, let's get it.
Of what I've talked about and also what I've now learned. So they've changed their rules around profanity, making it a lot more strict, in my opinion, where pretty much all profanity is treated equally, whereas before things like fuck were considered a different tier, which could lead to demonetization. Now, if you even say ass or dirty butt,
those are a lot of words you're saying right there, sir.
Foul potty mouth, if it's said within the first 8 to 15 seconds of a video.
I can tell you that it's not just 8 to 15 seconds. All right. Maybe at one time that's what mattered. No, I think for the longest it was like the first 2 minutes, right? But it is definitely, and I mean definitely, if you are literally, if you have a reaction channel, you're reacting to something like Bill Burr, for example, or like Patrice O'Neill or George Carlin, these people have very bad mouths, right? And if you're doing that very specific thing and then only editing out the terrible words for the first 30 seconds, 15 seconds, bro, your video is still going to get flagged. It doesn't matter it never, well, I think it matters more now than it did before. Like I could leave in a couple of things and it would just like randomly clear because by chance, right? But now, absolutely not. Okay. I'm talking about editing at least 80% of the video, right? And it's not so much the fact that one terrible word is used. I think it's about like the amount of them used and the overall context of the usage, right? So keep that in mind. So like Bill Burr, for example, is going to say the F word probably, bro, within an 8-minute time frame, he's going to say it probably 152,000 times. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's about the amount of times they're being used also. But now obviously it's not just that word. It's all of the words. Okay. It's all of the words now. Let's stop playing games. It's all of the words. All right, let's get it.
That's the safe space, like a treaty with YouTube, where if you violate it and you say anything that's not part of just standard Queen's English, you're going to get demonetized, no questions asked, and you can't really argue otherwise. It's not going to get changed. Exactly. However,
I honestly have no problem with that. That may sound crazy, guys. I have no problem because honestly, in my daily life, I don't curse. No one really around me curses neither. So this is not a thing that I miss. So when I hear like terrible words instantly, I'm just like, I cringe a little bit because I'm just like, the English language is so vast, right? That you can use another word to define what you're saying. If you want to add extra feeling to a word, you can just say another word that adds feeling to the word. So, again, it doesn't really affect me like that. I can tell you right now, again, we have 59 videos out of the 4,000 plus videos that have been uploaded that have been limited. 59 out of that number. There are some people right now getting hit with like, bro, I would say almost 90%. I was like close to 100% of their videos because they did not understand the mission, right? They didn't understand the mission. Bro, stop cursing on while you're broadcasting. Just stop cursing. It's fine. It's okay. Just stop cursing while you're broadcasting. I get it. Freedom of speech, all of that stuff. But unfortunately, this company is not the government. This is a private company that we're all kind of working underneath. Right? It doesn't matter. What matters is selling advertisements. We're here to sell advertisements. You cursing so much and showing content that is troubling, right? Visually it's harmful to advertisements, apparently, right? I mean, I don't know. They're even though they show their stuff on TV, and TV seems to have is much more like lax than YouTube is nowadays. They still have an issue with the whole idea of it, guys. We're not going to finish this video. I kind of understand what he's saying here. I'm sure we're not going to miss anything. But guys, I think the overall moral of the story is, if you actually want to succeed on YouTube in 2023, absolutely stop cursing. Just stop it, right? Like, specifically if it's content that is monetizable, definitely don't curse on it, right? Like, if you're listening to like Eminem, where people seem to think, oh, you react to Eminem because you're getting money, bro. Eminem pays nobody, guys, right? So if you're a reaction channel and you're doing like copyrighted music, like specifically copyrighted music, that doesn't matter anyway, because you're never going to get paid on it anyway, and they're not going to limit it because who cares, right? But yeah, it's a little counterintuitive. You know, they're kind of going back into time here. Also, they're limiting videos from like 2019, but it's fine because those videos are dead. They're dead videos. No one's watching them at all. So that doesn't really affect. And the concept of limiting, the only way to save YouTube, seriously, the only way to save, how about this, guys? You want to fix all the issues right here, which is not really going to fix all the issues, but it can fix a whole lot of them. If you want to fix the issues, everyone get YouTube Premium. And then people can do exactly whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Because now the creators are not beholden to this ruling, right? Because the only thing that everyone is complaining about is really purely based on the fact that that like a way too small of a percentage of people have YouTube Premium. So if you have YouTube Premium and everyone has YouTube Premium, you no longer see ads, obviously, right? And then the creators that are complaining so heavily about limited videos are not going to complain, because now they're still able to earn an income on videos that are filled with cursing and debaucherous things, right? That's the only way to fix it, right? But again, that's telling too many people to pay money for a service when they can get it for free by watching ads, right? So that they're going to skip anyway, right? so that's really it, guys. I mean, there's no way to really fix this. I mean, all we're going to do is keep talking about the same thing over and over again in like for the most part, a circle. And yeah, guys, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. I gave you my opinion on this. I've hearing the first couple of seconds of it, I kind of knew what was happening, so there's really no need for me to partake in this very specific video. Definitely support the big homie, Penguins Zero, guys, the absolute legend on this YouTube thing. Okay, legend. Right? Like for example, if he gets limited, it's fine because he gets so many views per video for doing anything that he's still going to earn an income, because the percentage of people, the amount of viewers are so high that the percentage of people who actually have YouTube Premium is much higher than everyone else's. So he still earns income on random video like this one. You see what I'm saying here, guys? But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy it thoroughly. If you want to help out creators, get YouTube Premium. That's it, guys. All right. Catch you guys later.